evaluate each expression for x equals 2, y equals -3, and z equals -5. I want to go through one of these as an example, and I want to show you two ways to do these. In fact, I'm going to show you a way to do this completely in the calculator. So if you pay attention, you'll learn a really important test-taking skill. All right, so basically, let's do the number 10 because it looks like the most complicated, okay? Everywhere I see an x, it's actually the value 2. So right here where it says 2 times x, it's really 2 times 2. So a good first step, if you like to do this on paper, is rewrite the problem, but everywhere you see one of the variables mentioned, you're going to put the corresponding value instead. So instead of 2 times x, it's 2 times 2, as I said. On the bottom, instead of y squared, it's actually -3 squared. I would write that like this. Since it's a -3, I need to make sure and square the negative sign as well as the 3. All right, that's really important. And with z, instead of z to the -1 power, it's -5 to the -1 power. Okay? Then you calculate that out. So 2 times 2 is 4. -3 times -3 is +9. And this one's a little tricky. What did we learn about negative exponents? We need to move him. So he's downstairs. We need to move him upstairs. So he's actually going to become a -5 to the +1 power up here. And anything to the +1 power, that's just like saying I have one instance of -5. So the parentheses aren't really needed unless you want to keep it to show that you're multiplying these two guys, right? So when we multiply that, we have 4 times -5 gives me -20. And on the bottom, we have 9. -20 over 9. Now, let me show you something really cool. You can actually assign a number for any variable you want right in the calculator. I want to show you how to do this. It's really easy. So what I do is, if I want the x to be 2, I type in 2 first, not x, and I want to show you these two buttons we've never really used. This is control, and then this is a variable button. But if you hit control variable, in orange above it says STO, it means store. So I'm telling the calculator to store the 2 by pressing control variable, store the 2 into x. I push enter. As an example, if I put 3 plus x, it's not going to give me an error, it's going to give me 5. So whenever I type the calculator in, the calculator knows that's actually a 2. Same thing here. I'm going to put -3, control variable y. -3, control variable y. I pushed something wrong, hold on. -3, control variable y. Okay, and then -5, control variable z. Easy enough. I could literally put x plus y plus z, and I'm getting answers here. The calculator is reading that as 2 plus -3 plus -5. All right? Now, with that all done, I can literally type this in and get an answer. All right, 2x, let's actually make our fraction bar. 2x, on the bottom I have y squared, times, I'm going to put times explicitly. That's one thing you want to do is go ahead and tell the calculator it's times z to the power of -1. There's the exact same answer I got. Guys, I want you to really practice this calculator skill. There are many, many questions, not just these types, when you can apply this skill and get a lot done in the calculator. So whichever way you choose to do these problems, make sure you get them all done. Okay? Okay, I'll be around if you have questions.